What an earnings call. Holy sheesh. Q2, this was probably by far the best earnings call to date. They absolutely smashed Q2. I was predicting 94 cents, but they did 91 cents in EPS earnings, beating Wall Street of 81 cents. By the way, if you guys know what happened yesterday, if you guys went into Oracle's live stream, because I was there, it's my first time and it was so much fun. We're definitely gonna do earnings call live every quarter, every single earnings call. Absolutely a sheesh moment. But if you guys know, you know. But they beat 81 cents. They beat revenue about 200 million more, and for the nets, I mean, they did 2.7 billion instead of 2.4. Absolutely smashing it. Oh my goodness. Wow. But let's get down to the video. Let's see what this means for the stock price, because I know post-market it is down a bit, after markets. But man, the earnings call, the guidance for long-term investors like you and I, us Tesla investors, it is absolutely a sheesh moment. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to it. All I ask in return is a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you order the Cybertruck, then you guys need this shirt. I just made it recently. Use the code MYTRUCK to get 10% off. So if you guys order, man, you guys know you guys need this shirt. All right, let's get down to it. So first, I want to go through the most important things through the earnings call, because there was a lot of juicy things in there. And even going through it once more this morning, I still missed some things, but I picked the most highlighted parts, which is absolutely insane. So let's start off with the first one. Interest rates high, but still record with a 10% operating margin. Well, 9.6. I know when I first saw this number, I'm just like, oh boy, that's not good. We definitely missed. But then when I saw the earnings report, the EPS 91 cents, I'm just like, hold on a second. What is going on here? Despite the operating margin dipping below 10%, which at this point, after this earnings call and earnings report, is not that much of a big deal, really. They still smashed earnings. That is a massive deal. And Elon did mention that as interest rates go up, because we do know they're going to continue to go up, Tesla's going to continue to reduce prices. I know it didn't sit well with the short-term analyst, but for long-term analysts or long-term investors like you and I mean, we need the price to go down. And at the same time, look at the COGS for each vehicle. Last quarter, it was around 36,500 price per vehicle, that cost, right? We're talking about the cost here. Now it's gone down to almost 36,000. So down almost 400 bucks. That's absolutely flippin' insane. And guess what? The next quarter is going to go lower, and the next quarter the same, and lower and lower and lower. Which other automaker, even though Tesla's not really of an automaker as we keep going forward and forward, heck, they're not even one now, which other automaker can keep reducing costs like that? Name it, comment down below. What other automaker can reduce costs the way how Tesla's doing it? Exactly. All right, that's point number one. Point number two. Q3 will be a lot lower in production due to factory upgrades. Now, this is going to be some serious upgrades that it's going to be a lot lower is what Elon is saying. So this is a sheesh moment. I want to point this out because we could be, now again, I'm a long-term investor in Tesla stock. Any short-term dip in the stock, I'm going to buy. And I've stopped buying for the past 2 months because I've bought enough for the past 9-10 months. But now I have cash ready. So if it dips, and I'm going to make a separate video when I'm going to start buying. But if it dips, you already know. You guys already know I'm going to be dipping my, not my toes, dipping everything that I saved into this stock. I mean, going all in for a flippin' reason into Tesla stock. But this is some serious upgrades. We can probably see long-term, man, give it another year or two with these factories being upgraded, like in Berlin, for example, and Shanghai, and 100% Texas, because they have so much land and they have so much upgrades that needs to be done. This is for the benefit of long-term investors. If you want to reach that 20 million mark by 2030, this is part of it. Obviously, Giga Mexico is part of it as well, but upgrades is a must. And hey, if they're saying 1.8 million deliveries and they seem to be going over that by a lot, trust me, they're going to scale it back down so they can do at least 1.85, 1.82, just above 1.8, but nothing major. So next year will be the quarter will be a whole lot more. So obviously, if they see this, they're definitely going to scale it back a bit, which is pretty smart on their part. Highlight number 3, and this is man, I'm losing my shit over this because this is absolutely insane. Full self-driving data collection. Look at this chart. It took them 2 years to go from 0 miles to 150 million miles, but only 3 months, this past 3 months, to go from 150 million miles to over 300. This is such a mass. This is insane. At this rate, we can expect the next 3 months, we could probably hit 1 billion by next quarter. That's absolutely insane. Oh my God, the growth is just ridiculous. FSD, I mean, this is what we want to see if we want to see full self-driving to be solved. The more data collection, the sooner it will get solved. And Elon did say that at this rate, we can hit tens of billions miles data collection within the next couple years or next year. Oh my God, this is huge. This is absolutely insane. And it'll come to a point where this thing is going to be 10 times or even 100 times safer than human driving. And I do believe that because we're seeing it now, which is absolutely ridiculous. Sheesh! But the sheesh doesn't stop there. Highlight number 4. This was a bombshell. This is something that we've been talking on this channel for the past month or so about FSD licensing. How much Tesla stock would be if Tesla licensed out their FSD, and the number hurt my brain because that's how big it was. Check out the video here if you guys want to see it. So I'm really excited. Elon said that they're already in talks of a major OEM for licensing FSD already. This is such a big news that we saw what happened with superchargers. One came in, they all want to come in. FSD is going to be the same thing when it comes to licensing it out, when it comes to joining Tesla's network. Man, I've been banging on this table for years now. This is going to happen, and it looks like it's already happening. Well, not just me, other YouTubers as well, other Tesla investors as well, who's deep inside Tesla as an investor, has been saying this. So this is a major news, big bombshell, and I am just losing my shit over this. Absolutely insane. Sheesh. The 5th highlight, Tesla Energy. Obviously, we should not be sleeping on this because their margins have grown from 11% to 18.4%, which is absolutely insane. Yes, their revenue did drop from last quarter, but that probably indicates that they're hitting capacity. They are making other mega pack factories in other places, and Shanghai is one of them. So this will continue to grow. But the fact that they went from 11% to 18.4% is absolutely insane. I do expect the next quarter to increase the revenue, but in a decrease in margin because it does take some cost to ramp up, but that's definitely okay because in the long term, we've got something called economy of scale, which benefits Tesla. So again, do not sleep on Tesla Energy. This is going to be a big surprise to everybody. The 6th highlight, Elon Musk did say that FSD transferable or transferability in Q3 is a one-time MSD. So that's a sheesh moment. That's actually really cool. That's going to help a lot of people in Q3 alone. So this is a big help when it comes to FSD. The 7th highlight, it looks like Elon's giving us some financial advice. I mean, he kind of forgot to say not financial advice, but he said he could see Tesla stock, it could 10x. I mean, us investors, we do know that by 2030 or 2035, Tesla could potentially 10x. But then he scaled it back and he said, no, 5x, which is still a 5 trillion valuation, still a sheesh moment, still cheap at these prices. Not financial advice, but my opinion alone. And he finishes off by saying, I mean, the last highlight is that don't think short term. Yes, margins is below 10% right now, but it's all about the long term. They're doing so much reinvesting back into tech to the point that he is surprised that they're still making cash flow. One of my concerns was going into this earning is that they're going to be negative of cash flow. These guys were $1 billion in free of cash flow. It's just insane. It's absolutely insane. Now they have over $23 billion in cash sitting. So that's absolutely insane. That's just crazy. So again, it's not about the short term. The short term is always going to lag. But if we take a look at Amazon, right? Amazon is a great example. They've always reinvested back in the company, and look at their flipping revenues. Almost like around $500 billion. Imagine when they kind of stop doing these capexes. Imagine how the profits are going to explode. Same thing with Tesla, but Tesla is just a whole different breed and a whole different level, and we're going to see the fruits of it. Give it a couple of years or a few years time, then you're going to probably see the jump. It's just insane. Long-term investing, that's what this is all about. That's what I'm all about. Probably that's what you guys are all about too. That's why you guys are watching this video. Most likely you guys are all in like I am. So We all care about the long term. In fact, I'm hoping the short term stock can go down to like 200 or 250s. Heck, go as low as you flipping can. I want to buy more, man. Come on, let's go. And the last thing, not too much of a highlight here, but Elon did say that Cybertruck, because there's so much new technology in it. First, they did say Q3. Now they're saying this year. So it looks like there's going to be a delay in Cybertruck. No doubt. It's going to take a while for this to ramp. And it's going to bring margins even lower for Tesla for the next few quarters, really, when they start ramping. But end of next year, when they have this in mass, or beginning of 2025, then we can probably see margins going up if the compact car doesn't drag it down. But nonetheless, these are all short-term things. We're going to be looking at 2030 and beyond. Man, Tesla by 2030 is going to be absolutely insane. Craziness. I'm going to make a separate video with robotaxis, everything. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of getting carried away. I'm going to make that video later. Let's go see what the stock price could be, I don't know, in the next 3 months or so. So if you guys are ready, smash that like button. All right, so we're just going to take a look at Q2 alone. Q3, Q4, I'll put it in another video. But in Q2, I did add another row here called other income, includes interest. They had about over 300 million in other income, which was, I believe, FX currency. I believe that's what it was. And that made a big difference in my number. So I added that as well. Usually it's like 100 million to 50 million. It's not that much of a big deal. But 300 million, I mean, that brings it, that's a lot. That changes everything. I added that in here, so I gotta figure that out what's gonna be for Q3 and Q4, but again, that'll be for another video. So 9.6% operating margin, obviously a lot, I thought it was gonna be 11.9%, but 9.6%. True. 17.5%. Oracle was spot on when it came to their vehicle gross profits. Absolutely spot on. So shout out to you, my man. Then we have here the EPS, which is the most important thing, 91 cents. Now, the cool thing is, the awesome thing is that if you look at the EPS yearly, which is the row right below it, we're going up. It was 339 last quarter. Now we're at 352. So this is a great sign. Now let's look at the stock price. Right now, after market, it's around like 280. So that would mean a PE of 80 going down about 5 PE down from 85 to 80, around 281. Now, how low could it get? Because we know that Q3 is going to be less. That's what Elon said because of factory upgrades. If you want to price that in, maybe a 70 PE to 246. And I hope, please go down this, go below 250 because I am looking to get back. I want to buy more. If Wall Street wants to get dumb, 211 to 60 PE, but I don't think they're that stupid right now. I mean, based on what they saw, I mean, watch Ford, watch Volkswagen when they come out with their earnings, and you're going to see why Tesla's going to be the one shining here. And I don't think giving them a 60 PE would be even fair, given the fact that with what they're doing with FSD and all that kind of stuff, even though no one recognizes it. Nonetheless, I would say maybe 65 at the lowest, 228, which I really hope that's going to happen. But 70 PE would make sense. Now, if, everyone decides to buy the dip and it wants to go a whole lot higher, probably 85 PE, I don't think we're going to reach the 300 mark. There's a lot of resistance on that. Again, I'm not a technical guy, but it looks like hitting that 300 is pretty much hitting the 1 trillion territory for Tesla. So let's see. Let's see what will happen. But that's insane, man. That's absolutely insane. We got total vehicle revenue of over $20 billion and the services going up. Absolutely amazing. Leasing went up a bit as well, which I was kind of surprised. Credits. Oh my goodness. Credits was half of last quarter. So they don't need to do credits that's insane. I want to see what the Bears got to say about credits because that's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Sheesh. But that's Q2, guys. That's absolutely insane. I mean, I'm so excited. I got to do more research, but expect a rampage of videos coming in the next couple of days. I am traveling in less than a week, so I'm all over the place right now. And I want to get videos as out as possible. So yeah, that's absolutely insane. So anyways, if you want to know how much FSD is going to change the stock price by 2030, because we just heard that Tesla is going to be in talks with a major OEM for FSD licensing, then check out this video. It's absolutely insane. It boggles my mind. I don't even know if I can't wrap my hand around it. That's the power of licensing FSD. Absolutely insane. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. Get your I bought the dip shirt, man. Guys, I don't think the stock's going to go below 200, but if it is, you guys know what I'm going to be doing. But if you guys bought the dip, you guys need the shirt. Subscribe for more, and I shall see you guys in the next video. See ya!